So let's geek out a little bit. Why does an in person experience stick in the memory and impact somebody in a way that a digital ad on their feed doesn't?
For sure. Okay, so this is really interesting because this goes to the heart of kind of the neuroscience of how memories are formed and how things are stored in our brain. So when we go through an experience, our brain is constantly processing it. Now we have to just discard most of the information that comes to us. I mean, I cannot remember what happened yesterday when I was walking down the street, right? Loads of information, but my brain just has to discard it because otherwise I'd go absolutely mad. So your brain is constantly kind of in the background processing what's going on, and then your amygdala, which is kind of down in your lizard brain, is tagging the moments for emotional relevance that need to be remembered. So like it processes the memory and it's tagging information for emotional relevance, and it's those tags which it's almost like the filing system that you can then like go back and you remember things. Okay, so if you've got that picture in your head now, when we experience something, we're getting so much more input from it. It's hitting us on every sensory level. Okay, so richness of information coming in, but also experiences are much more emotionally engaging. Okay, if you do it well, it's really kind of creating this emotional response in you, and those emotional responses create sort of bigger tags, if you like, to extend the metaphor. So if you think about you've created this experience as a brand, and you've now achieved this kind of tagging in the person's memory, and because it's a positive emotion, it's got this like big kind of pick me tag. And then what researchers find is that this can shift people's salience for the brand at the moment when they're evaluating something. So let's say I'm in the market for a new car, and I'm kind of shopping around. Well, if I had in the past had this really fantastic experience from a brand, at that moment I may not even realize it. But when I'm starting to evaluate, these memories will come back to me, and it can just create this sort of unfair advantage, if you like, in the mind of the consumer. And it may or may not be that we're aware of it, but you just have this sense of brand salience because of this deeply tagged positive memory that you have that's associated with them.